What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. Guys, more fun, more excitement, more monsters from the museum here on a very late Thursday here at the museum. Just hanging out down here in the museum, guys. Having fun, hanging out with all my toys, my collectibles, and I have a fantastic offering for you today. Another fun one, one that I've been really searching for and had on my radar for quite some time. My Figures Toy Company, official World's Greatest Heroes, the Swamp Thing. I'm a huge fan of Swamp Thing. I had all the Swamp Thing DC comic books growing up as a kid. The 70s into the 80s. But what really got me hooked on Swamp Thing was the 1982 movie, motion picture. I thought that was one of the coolest movies at the time. I think I was 12 years old when that movie came out. And it was a fantastic movie. Action packed, lots of monsters. And I believe there was a couple of extra parts to it. There's a part 2, maybe a part 3 as well. And then for a while there was a TV series, I believe it was on Netflix. So Swamp Thing's made his rounds as far as television and motion pictures on a big silver screen, as they call it. But Figures Toy Company has done a fantastic job at really capturing the very essence. And I want to say this is more of the comic book version of Swamp Thing. And I like just the little clever ways that they picked up Swamp Thing's likeness through his costume, through his the little subtle things about Swamp Thing, like the moss here, the algae, all the stuff that's growing. He's from the swamps. But I like the fact that they put him in a onesie, so to speak. I like that. There are several ways I guess you could have, you really could have went with designing Swamp Thing, but I think they got it right. And this is on the smaller, huskier body that FTC has, that really has a lot of the likeness and mimics the Hulk and Thing bodies, Mego bodies from the 1970s. They were shorter than the regular 8-inch Megos or the 7 3/4 Megos back in the day. They were just a little shorter, a tad bit shorter, but huskier. This is a very heavy figure. I'm picking him up. He's got some weight to him. It's that husky body, solid body. The head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I got this from FTC. I saw this on FTC. Me and this Swamp Thing figure go way back as far as me chasing it and having it on my radar, deciding to get it, then seeing something else that I want. That whole deal. When I finally decided to go and purchase this figure, he was sold out. And I said, oh well, that's that. I'll try another website to see if I can find him. I was unsuccessful. And then I would say maybe a month or so ago, I went back to FTC's website to see if he was back on, because generally it's very rare that FTC, they will do it, but once they retire a figure or it's sold out, it's pretty much sold out. But they will from time to time restock that figure or that character. And that's what they did with the Swamp Thing figure. I mean, I've always liked this figure. That's an understatement. I always loved this figure. But being a collector, a museum curator, there was just so many other things I wanted at the time. So I could never get around to getting him. And then I was kicking myself because he was sold out. So having found him, there was no way I was going to pass up the chance. So I ordered him immediately. And here he is. Our Swamp Thing is a museum example for display purposes only. Now, I like the screen print on the suit. It makes me think of the Thing Mego figure back in the day, back in the 70s. The screen print. But I think this is just a nice little touch right here. I guess that's extra algae or moss or whatever growing on him. But it's material. So I like what they did with that. I'll get you a little closer look at that. I like what they did with that. Like I said, I can't say enough about this head sculpt. Card art is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Right out the comic book, and we're gonna turn this clamshell around. So you get the zip tie here from DC. Turn this guy around here and get you all blown out look here. Back of this card. And it says here, as seen in the pages of Swamp Thing, 1987. Collect them all. Official World's Greatest Heroes, limited edition. The world has run out of room for monsters, or maybe they're just getting harder to recognize. Fantastic drawings here. The artwork is beautiful. Very vibrant, very colorful. I'm gonna watch the Swamp Thing tonight. It was one of my favorite movies. Alec Holland, aka Swamp Thing, established 1972. This figure was produced in 2020 by Figures Toy Company. At last check, pose him in any position. At last check, this figure is still up for sale on FTC's website. So you can still get this figure. I don't have a problem with this figure not being 8 inches tall because it's on that husky body. I always love those husky bodies. They're durable, they're big. The Hulk was one of my favorite Mego superheroes back in the day anyway, so I love that Hulk body. And the Thing was right there at a close second. And you kind of get the 2-for-1 special with Swamp Thing. Guys, your thoughts, your opinions. So we're just hanging out down here with Swamp Thing, our newest and latest addition to our museum collection. Leave your comments right in the comment section, guys, right underneath this video. We want to get the chatter started, the good talk about Swamp Thing. What other superheroes would you like to see FTC make? What other superheroes would you like to see Migo make? Should Migo make a Swamp Thing? How cool would that be? And how would that Swamp Thing look? What avenue would they take as far as designing Swamp Thing? FTC took this route, and I think is a fantastic route. Simplistic in nature, but it really pulls it off quite nicely. Guys, more fun on the way. You know the routine. God bless. Stay safe and keep collecting.